Hey guys, welcome to our first official episode of After Dark, our discussion of Netflix original series, Dark. I'm Jill Roby.
I'm Brandenn Griggs.
And we are going to provide you some very quick and helpful tips on how to properly watch Dark.
Yeah, we felt the need to do this because this is a unique show with unique needs in terms of how to digest it. So the first one, first and foremost, don't watch it in the English dubbing version. It's not very good. No disrespect to the voice actors who did it, but it just doesn't really come across very well. You got to listen to it in German. The emotion and everything of the voice of the actors, it just comes across better. The way to make sure that that's going to happen, because if you're in the U.S., it's by default on the English dubbed version. So you have to go to subtitles and go all the way down to the audio settings and change it from English into German 5.1 or just German. Either one of those works. If you have Dolby 5.1 surround, do the 5.1 version, but if you don't, just do the regular German and that will work fine. And then of course turn the subtitles on right above that.
And just to be sure, because I actually made this mistake myself, don't make sure it's not German description, because then there'll be a narrator describing everything that the actors are doing.
Yeah, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently it is. Second one, don't watch it when you're tired.
Nope.
This is a show where like literally every single scene has some sort of bigger purpose that means something later on in the show. It's really, really dense. There's a ton of characters, and the subtleties among the characters, like the different interpersonal relationships and whatnot, it's really confusing and complex, and it's easy to lose stuff. So if you're tired, you're probably not going to get like as much out of it. So watch it during the day. Don't watch it when you're drunk either. That's probably also not a good idea.
You can watch it, and just make sure you're alert, because this is definitely not a white noise kind of background TV kind of thing. This is something that you're going to focus.
You got to focus and pay attention.
Which brings us to have a notepad. Take some notes. Which might sound odd, but this show is kind of like, you know, a very let's say a sinister version of Clue almost.
Yeah.
And you're trying to figure out there's a lot of moving pieces.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, so you want to keep track of what's going on. Like, you don't have to keep notes, but I mean, it doesn't hurt and makes for better viewing and, you know, trying to figure out what is going on.
And the next one, well, personal pet peeve of mine. Don't watch it with somebody who has a tendency to talk like while the show is going on, or especially talk over the characters. I'm really anal about this. Like if somebody, I don't like that with any show, but it's especially important with this show. You can't have somebody like in the back chit-chatting away when you're trying to, you know, listen to what's going on with the music and everything, and then read the subtitles, right? That's going to be distracting. You're going to miss stuff. Tell that person to shut up if they're around.
Tell them to leave.
Or just kick them out of the room. Or get a better person to watch stuff with, because it's going to just annoy the crap out of you.
Now, that being said, don't be afraid to push pause. We push pause often during the course of watching the show to not only digest what we had just seen, but to, you know, basically guess what we thought would happen next, or what something meant. Symbolism, things of that nature. Yeah,
that's the nice thing about Netflix series, right? Like there really is no live version, so, and there's no commercial break, so don't feel afraid to, you know, hit pause and just like talk about it until you want to pick it up.
We
again.
encourage it. Yeah, it's a great show for discussion. It's a great water cooler kind of thing.
It'll spark debate for sure. There's a lot to talk about. Anything else about this?
Avoid spoilers if you can. I know it's hard in this day of social media, but this is definitely a show where you get to enjoy the surprises. There's a lot of twists and turns, and while you might guess some of them, you probably won't guess all of them. And there's a joy in that, having that sense of discovery as you watch it.
Definitely, yeah.
Finally, don't go into this thinking that it's like Stranger Things, because it's not. It's really not. It's not the same show at all. And if you are looking for a Stranger Things type of, you know, like a Goonies or whatever type of show, this is not that. This is not the show for you.
Yeah, literally the only similarity between this show and Stranger Things is the fact that certain scenes take place in the 80s. That's about it.
There are some like child or teenager leads.
And that's basically it.
And you can say that about many films or shows. So
yeah, so that's what we have to say about it. Anything else? Okay, so if you guys like our content, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. It is going to be right here in the corner. Also, follow us on Instagram at RLRichonne. And also, check out the brand new blog, TheLivingRichonne.blog, where we talk about this show and also The Walking Dead and several other shows as well.
And movies.
And movies. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.